joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bearcats will kick it away to start us off. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Kennesaw State's offense takes the field. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Back to throw, it's Meadows. Grabs it in the middle. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Booker. After the filthy move, he's got room. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The offense changing the play. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And he's got it inside the 20. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Quarterback extends the play. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
So Sam, Houston's offense will have its first possession of the game. And David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They kick it away on 4th down. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He's going to get loose. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display, and that sweet return there. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air, it's Meadows. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Handoff to the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Yeah, it's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. And the Bearcats racing to the line in a hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Takes the easy one to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Bearcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll leave it with him.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Rides to back and leaves it across the 45. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
To the air, it's Meadows. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Kennesaw State hopes to be wise here in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Quick strike complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And here comes the punt team. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Quarterback just flat missed it, incomplete. Let's talk for just a second about Kennesaw State. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. That becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college.
Gashing the knee on the right. Touchdown, Owls! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Miami is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Vinny Testaverde and Gino Toretta in the pantheon of greats to play at the U. They're trailing by just 4 to Georgia Tech. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Love. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll throw on third down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
At the 7-yard line. First and goal, Sam Houston.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. unleashes to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball, I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Meadows. Makes the grab down the middle. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Wants to go up top on first down. On the run, fires downfield. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
They'll leave it with the lone back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Booker. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Bearcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. He'll pull it on the read. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Might be calling a hot route. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Dropping back, it's Meadows. Under fire. He's going to run it. Inside the 30. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped just outside the 20 at the 21 in the waning moments here in the first half.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
The running back has it. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They've got him looking raw, but they're going to throw it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's got it and still on his feet. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Kennesaw. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Fifth Third Bank Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this, because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are. Throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And the pass rush gets home.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up, because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Punts it out of the air. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Bearcats will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Meadows. Pocket breaking down. Got the first himself. Turning it on. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense. Gets a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Working that left side now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Here's the handoff. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
Yeah, and it's been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Got room to work. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Power football with the run. There he goes.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To the air, it's Meadows. Finds his man, it's Booker. At the 20, he's got space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
He might want another play. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not...
Touchdown, Kennesaw State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be brought down. Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
And the Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Hauls it in. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Punt is on its way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw. It's Meadows. Working the middle. It's complete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Breaks. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Owls.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kennesaw State 42, Sam Houston 3.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
And the Sam Houston offense will take over.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wants to throw on first down. No, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. We've reached the break. It's Kennesaw State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. The Bearcats will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Now on the return. And the coverage team. To make the tackle. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they...
Oh, he's got some space. Powers through. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Washington State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Hussein. Throws to the wideout. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
The Bearcats will line up to punt it away.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They'll go to the ground. Fakes his man miss.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Turning it on. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Looks as have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bearcats buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was
had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Got a little space. Man.